Jason Lee Podcast.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. Oh, so refreshing. Almost summertime and I'm in a hoodie. I'm wearing my Be Different sweater. I've worn this sweater multiple times if you've seen it. One, because I don't want to spend any more money on clothes because my accountant is really mad at me. But two, I really feel like being different is what makes you you, right? Like right now I'm under so much pressure being a vice mayor to conform to everybody's expectations, all these strained egos, and people are just threatened by the light that God has bestowed on me. I mean, you know my tragedy to triumph story. God must have forgot about me, laid it all out, and people know who I am. And hey, everybody in Stockton watching, it is what it is. I have always been the believer that stand next to the light, and you too shall shine. You know. But if you step in front of the light, you're gonna get burnt, and if you hide from the light, you're gonna be overshadowed. It's been a thing, I will tell you. Going from being a CEO, a boss that makes decisions, to having to work with others and play in the same sandbox, it is not easy. However, more people should get active. I pray that anybody out there watching my journey, that you are motivated to get involved. I haven't even told my team this, but I am creating a Stockton podcast. I've already started the ideas of what it's going to look like. It's not going to be like a weekly, daily thing. It'll be something like maybe once a month. I'll do like 3 or 4 episodes to be able to just like interview people on what's going on in Stockton, and then just do my content. I just told Johnny a minute ago, I don't understand how as a content creator and a content king, we struggle with putting out personal content. How?
It's crazy to me that our TikTok videos go viral, but it's never from our own page.
Like we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Do your thing, TikTok.
But it's also because we are doing 1,000 things.
We are.
So and again, like people might see the machine of Hollywood Unlocked and they probably think there's like 200 people running it, but we're a small team with a big machine. So it's a lot.
It is a lot. And now we over there in China. Hey, China. Si se puede. You know, we're doing some work in China, which I'm excited. Let me just give us a round of applause for that because we're finally expanding around the globe. We've been waiting Africa to pull up, but you know, CP time. Yeah, Africa going to pull up on color people time. For real. Africa has been dragging their feet. I know there's a lot of y'all over there in Kenya, a lot of over there in Ghana and Cape Town. I see Africans all over my timeline saying, come to Africa, come to Africa. The continent is taking its time, but I'm gonna be there when I get there. All right, well, look, it's a lot going on, and I know you're not here for the banter. You want us to just get straight to it, so it's time for the Tea with Jason Lee. Are you still single?
I am.
Oh. Well, if he gets out, maybe that can change. Luigi, his fans have donated $1 million. Because they want him to get out. This is for his legal defense fund. Remember, he killed the United Healthcare CEO. By the way, United Healthcare, y'all owe us money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like United Healthcare, Enhanced Healthcare, everything with healthcare at the end of it owes us money. I think we're about $6 million owed at this point. I don't know the number.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'll just say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Be on the lookout for a lawsuit. It's coming. But whether we win in court or Luigi wins in court, we don't know. But he got $1 million put towards his whole defense fund. You know, he's the 26-year-old that they accused of allegedly gunning down a 50-year-old man, Brian Thompson, outside of a Manhattan hotel in broad daylight. I say allegedly because he hasn't been found guilty yet, but we watched it. We saw the eyebrows.
We saw a masked man.
This was after a 5-day manhunt that went on. He was found at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and later extradited to New York City. Now, he's being held in the same Brooklyn jail, the Metropolitan Detention Center, as Sean Diddy Combs and my ex. My ex was also in that jail, so I know what the visiting room looked like. They wear white outfits. Luigi faces murder and terror attack charges to which he pled not guilty. Now, as Luigi sits behind bars awaiting trial, his fans continue to champion him. And according to a fundraiser set up in his honor on Give, Send, Go, Luigi has garnered about $800,000 with a goal of $1 million. Let me show you his fund right here. Now, I'm not promoting it, but I'm sure you guys will go over there and give a couple dollars. Now, according to the page's moderators, Luigi is very thankful for all the donations and prison letters. Thoughts on... Did you write him a letter?
I did not write Luigi a letter.
You wrote him a letter.
I did not write Luigi a letter. No, I did not.
You definitely give me email, letter.
This is not married while in lockup. I'm not,
whatever.
No.
Now,
you should go if you get a reply.
Thoughts on raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for killers' legal defense? Let me think about it. You know, let's be honest. If he was ugly, y'all wouldn't have gave him no money. You literally only gave him money because he's cute. I mean, not my type, but definitely Rob's screensaver. So clearly, Rob would have slept with him. But I think the only reason why you guys are giving him money is because he's cute and white. Because the black boy that just got accused of stabbing somebody or killing somebody, what?
No, I'm glad you were going into the story.
We need to speak on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was the victim of somebody who was out hunting him, I'll just say allegedly, or whatever, and then ended up stabbing the boy, and then now he's in jail facing murder charges. And he started a GoFundMe account. He only got $30,000. It's because he's not black. Because he's not cute-ish or white.
He's very good looking. That young black kid.
He's cute, but he's also young. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He ain't a man like this, like that has people like you, a professional graduate of a university, lusting over sleeping with his murderous loins.
That is not the case. Well, I'll let you finish.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Well, no, I think it's bigger than him being a good looking person. I think that's part of it, but I think the energy of where society was at the moment when it happened, and especially people like really investing a lot of dollars into the health industry and receiving no result from it.
Industry,
yeah. And receiving no results from it. Like people are still dying because they're sick and can't afford to go to the hospital. People are scared to call an ambulance because it's just going to break the bank. So like those kind of realities is I think why so many people rally behind this case. But I think it was amplified because he's an attractive person.
So I'm somebody who's successful, and this month alone, I've spent probably $6,000 in dental care, and I have dental insurance. I have to get reimbursed on the back end, but who would even have that up front to pay for it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like we live in a country where our healthcare should be free, our dental should be free. Now, if that was the case, we wouldn't have healthcare unlocked.
But Healthcare Unlocked was bringing affordable healthcare to people who didn't know they had access to free healthcare via Obamacare.
To me, it's just crazy because there's people literally who have cancer and all types of stuff who have GoFundMes who have raised like $700, if that. And he has money though. He comes from a family with a lot of money.
$800,000.
$800,000 is.
Now we
terrible.
know that his penis doesn't work. If he put this towards fixing his penis, would that be like an abuse
How do
of
you know his
funds?
penis doesn't work?
Well, remember that when the case first came out, they said that he had an issue post surgery that caused him to have erectile dysfunction. But then all the rumors came out that he made a bunch of sex tapes before this all happened.
The only reason
so
I
who
know
knows?
that his penis doesn't work allegedly is because of Rob.
Oh God.
Because that's the thing. Rob uses my company dollars to research. Like, why are you researching whether a killer's
Do you
penis
know what
works?
Rob's fun fact? He always comes with the most random fun facts. And yesterday at work, he was like, guess what? In Texas, they just passed a law that you can't have more than 6 sex toys. And I'm like, oh.
Well, it was on the ballot, apparently.
Yeah.
But why do you know that, and why do we care?
Because
Diddy would have found several indictments for it, right?
He can't go to Texas ever.
Listen, I don't know that we should be donating to a stranger killer's defense fund. I mean, I understand if this was like a George Floyd situation, but then again, that's because it's passionate to me. Like this may be passionate to some of you. That feels like the healthcare industry is robbing grandma. Like grandma can't get her dentures because of da-da-da. I get it. Now, you guys have made him a hero. I don't see him as a hero. I know he himself is probably making himself out to be a martyr like he did it for all of us. I would use that equivalent to Kanye West. They're not martyrs. They're people who just snapped, lost it, and now as a result of that snap, crackle, pop, this is what we got going on. This man didn't deserve to die, although his salary was like, it was like outrageous.
And it was like the lowest of the healthcare
and
CEOs.
And the company was worth 750, was it million or billion? It was, or 75 billion. Google, how much was United Healthcare's valuation? The number is so outrageous that in itself, again, you look at the Elons of the world, and I'm all for people being successful, but Elon could cure hunger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And homeless.
Yeah. Let's pay some taxes.
$520 billion.
And you didn't have no security, bro. Come on now.
Walking and texting. Wasn't paying no attention.
Privilege.
And then following his death, the market value dropped by $41 billion.
Oh.
So it's still $480 billion. That's crazy.
You can't spend all that in a lifetime, right?
No.
I'm going to take a detour really quick because I'm fantasizing the way Rob fantasizes about the killer. I always fantasize about winning the lottery, like getting that ticket and they say, oh, you won $900 million or $1 billion. I would literally retire the shit show and we would just travel the world and we would like live in 3 different parts of the world and we would just be fabulous.
Oh, so you wouldn't hide it. Because I'm like, I could never see you getting away with not telling people.
I would do a press conference with Cardi B performing in the background, Rihanna on the 1s and 2s, and Osiris handing out shots and booty shorts, okay? it would be an iconic. It would be an iconic moment, and I would have like Zeus. I would have all my security behind me with big guns and like
you
big
know
arms.
what?
And I would be like, if you pull up, you will die. What?
I feel like you would do what Megan did when she was talking about the islands, the private islands
Yeah.
for Johnny Depp and all them. You would get an island next to Tyler Perry.
First
Yeah, I
of all,
think islands
everybody
are good,
with islands has been in prison for smuggling kids and for rape. So how?
That's why you have to
dare-
change
You'd be
the
first,
stereotype.
change the narrative.
Bitch, you trash.
You should bring all of Stockton to your island and then create like a Stockton-topia.
You would just, you are a you would love Stockton. She loves
209.
Stockton.
I would buy a house next to Candace Owens and move Marina in it and fire her.
So they can fangirl out together.
Exactly.
Shut up,
and
you
then,
guys.
And then release her from her job. No, I definitely want to. But anyway, I won't lie. If I had $500 billion, I wouldn't cure homelessness. I wouldn't cure hunger. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That's not my job. However, I would probably take, if I had $500 billion, I would definitely put like $5 billion towards a cause. It'd probably be towards helping young kids, achieve their dreams, get out of gangs, get out the streets, something like that. I don't know. Luigi, you need to shave your eyebrows a little bit.
I like
And
them
you know
like
what's
that.
crazy? Because I worked
eyebrows.
inside of an institution, I know what he smells like in that picture. Like the clothes have a smell, the
Like
place has a smell.
musty.
No, not musty. It just smells like incarceration. It just smells like incarceration.
Stale? Is it a stale?
Yeah,
smell?
what
He
is
has no
that
hair
smell?
care products in his hair. Like he has nothing. Like
He need that sacred.
And there's no fragranted soap in the
knock
bathroom.
it
It's
out.
just
You hear
like
what she said? He needs a secret. Stop.
Sacred.
he could use that.
Anyway, we're gonna move right along. I don't think he should get any sympathy though. I haven't heard much about Brian's family or anything after that. And is our payments a delay because of this
Our payments.
from Enhance?
Oh no, that's not why our payments are delayed. I mean, there is more conversation about it because the Trump administration is calling for the death penalty for him, and he hasn't even been tried yet, which is abnormal.
Wait, Trump wants him dead?
Yes, and he hasn't even been tried yet. So it's
Trump
like,
wants his nephew dead?
not his nephew. Yeah, allegedly they're calling for the death penalty.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Well, guess what?
It's above me now.
All right, bye, Luigi. Not forever, but just for now. All right, DDG is back in the news. He wants single dad sympathy. Ever since DDG got Twitch, it's like he just nonstop creates conversations that forces us to talk about him. DDG, we don't want to talk about you. You cut your braids off. Y'all are out here doing anything for clicks, but I saw how much money you make, so I know it's worth it. But he didn't cut his hair off. He didn't attack Halle with a song. Now he didn't encourage the girl to get OnlyFans. We talked about that on the last show. And then now he's sparking a debate after calling himself a single father and one who deserves sympathy. Now DDG is now sharing a 1-year-old son of, as you know, Halo with Halle Bailey. Let me show you a photo of the family. During happier times, they no longer take photos like these. Well, aside from all of his recent drama with Halle, where he claims she was gatekeeping their son and even made a diss track called Don't Take My Son, DDG has claimed that he's a single father deserving of sympathy. Look.
I'm a single dad. Do I get any sympathy?
That's good for you.
No, and don't
You
say that.
outside.
You guys share taking care of the baby. Don't say something.
Nah, I know, but I am a single dad, though.
You guys are doing a great job.
Why I don't get no sympathy?
You're not a single dad. I'm a single mom.
See, that's
because
just
my
wrong.
son-
Feelings don't
Single
matter.
means
I mean, he has a point. I can't tell you how many times I look on social media and see baby mamas crying about this, crying about that, don't have enough money for Similac, but they at the club, don't have this, don't have that. I never hear single fathers saying, hey, put some respect on my single fatherhood and give me the same respect. I mean, doesn't he have a point?
I think so. I like this.
You just don't like him because he's a young black man struggling.
That is not true.
Oh my god.
I'm just taking my opinion from the information he has put out onto the internet. Like, I have to drive so far to see my kid. Like, okay, why are we complaining about actively participating in the development of your child? And now you want us to feel guilty about it? I don't. And he's dragging this young woman who everybody is obsessed with. Like, I just don't see why you would drag your baby mama, and she's beloved by
Is he
everyone.
dragging her though?
Yes.
He doesn't drag her.
He's dragged her a few times.
Dragged?
I
Well,
say
you can't
dragged.
drag Halle Bailey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to give you sympathy after you dragged Halle Bailey. I don't. Like, that's the problem. You're publicly disparaging this woman who is just...
He ain't talking bad about her like that. Now you're acting like he's on a Zeus
We
network
just
show.
talked about how he was like attacking her for not allowing him to be involved.
We don't
in this
use the word attack because he did not attack her. Blueface and Krishan is attacking. They did not attack her. Because they also just recently pieced it up and took photos together. Like they have we don't know their relationship. I'm not living in anyone's toxicity. I told somebody this. Hold on, I told somebody this the other day. Let me tell you why I'm single. One, I can't find nobody. But the other reason why I'm single is because I just refuse to have any of this type of energy. I don't want anybody disturbing my peace. I don't want a baby daddy online. I don't want a baby mama online. I don't want my baby daddy's baby mama online. I don't want the drama. People make relationships complicated. These are two stars, two young, successful entrepreneurs. None of you gave this man a fair chance when he was dating Hallie. You always told him every day how he was beneath her and how she was the little mermaid and how she could do better. You said he was nothing but a streamer. Y'all shitted on this man. He loved her. He stayed with her as much as he could. He endured all of you little Disney fan bullshits. He had a baby by the girl who was clearly in love with him, or the D. Had a kid, they didn't work out, and now because it ain't working out, we want him to, we don't want to give him the same sympathy we giving her. No. Everybody getting sympathy. Woo, woo, woo for you, Hallie, and woo, woo, woo for you, DDG.
Well, that's your perspective.
And this is the Jason Lee podcast, and it matters.
Well,
you just don't like him because you just don't like him.
That's not true. I think I've said from the beginning, I've always said when we started talking about their relationship that I thought they were a beautiful couple when they were together. I love the way he treated her in their relationship. But post them breaking up, I don't like that he continues to go to the internet with his issues with her.
But I feel like that's only because he gets paid off.
He's an internet star.
Yeah, but again, that's the problem. She doesn't do it.
It hurts her.
That's her choice.
Correct, and that's why people
that's
are
her
choice.
That's like
more.
saying that if I punch you 3 times, you only slap me once. I won the fight. You should have hit me more. Not saying that we're not condoning domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying meet me with the same energy. At the end of the day, she know what she got with. That's like saying if you date a stripper and you get mad because when y'all break up or take a break that she's on the pole. You dated a stripper.
So now
or like if you're in a relationship with an artist and then they make a breakup song after you guys break up. Like that's what they're gonna write
but I'm
about.
saying now we're condoning what could be viewed as him slightly, since we don't want to say aggressively, him slightly bullying her online.
Okay, you're just creating a narrative about this black man that ain't even true.
We've talked about this.
He is not bullying her.
We've talked about this at least 4 times
because they're on the internet.
Where we talked about how he was disparaging her. And she was not responding.
Disparaging
publicly.
Or saying publicly, I can't see my kid. He's
no,
never tried.
Hold
on. Let me tell you what disparaging. Can I tell you what disparaging is?
Mm-hmm.
Coochie stank.
No, that's not the only.
Hold on, that's disparaging.
No.
Your mama fat. No, disparaging is something. What is the definition of disparaging?
Expressing the opinion that something is of little worth.
He's never said that she was not worthy. Hold on. Let me finish because you're too invested. That's why you're single.
No, because you want to spin your story. But go ahead.
He's never ever devalued her. He's never devalued her. He's never attacked her career. No. He's never attacked her motherhood. He's addressed his baby mama, who she's his baby mama, not letting him see his son. And as a father, he gets to say that. Just like with my father, we had our issues. I publicly said, until he owns what he did to my brother, I ain't trying to hear it. Some people say, why would you say that online? You can't be my father publicly if you can't be my father and fix the issues privately. So to their situation, they are public figures. And guess what? We want you to keep going because we need the content.
But again, if you and I, because we have a personal relationship as friends, which we have for over 20 years, if I was to go online and live and started talking about how I was frustrated with you, that is a disparaging.
That's different.
No, it's not.
It is. Let me tell you why. We do have a public relationship.
Yes.
Wait, so exactly. If you did, guess what? We talk about it here on the Jason Lee Show.
Oh my God, no.
And it'll be more money.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be more.
So, matter of fact, why don't we talk about some of our issues?
Why don't you guys fight?
No, I'm saying the point is something should be left private. And we've talked about this multiple times with many relationships that are public, right? Their kids are going to see this later. And I'm just saying he has openly expressed his frustrations with her about their relationship and the way he's treated in comparison to her in their parenting relationship. And I'm saying that can be disparaging to her image. And I'm saying stop doing that. And that's why people are more supportive of her, because she's silent publicly.
But that's why I feel like she has to do her own PR, because he went on live and he was like, oh, I haven't seen my son in days. She went then and she made a video and she was like, it's because we're both sick, so like he can't be outside. So I feel like she has to like counter PR.
But the way he's doing it is making it seem as if she's keeping the child away from him, which is is disparaging to her character. And that's not fair. That's
it is a little refreshing. Not that I like negative things to happen to couples, but it's refreshing to it's refreshing to hear men vent.
Keep up the good work. As a streamer, you're doing a phenomenal job. Go on Kai Cenat show and talk about it.
Oh,
Bye, DDG. You know, I do want you guys to be able to co-parent in peace. Hallie is hood, though. She ain't going for the bullshit. Chloe is not sounded off yet. That's how you know it's not really serious, because she wouldn't be letting her sister get attacked. Yvette is somewhere trying to get this sacred campaign off the ground for Beyonce, because ain't nobody buying it, literally. But either way, we do love you, Hallie. And Hallie, by the way, the reason why you haven't been on the Jay Celine show is probably because Yvette is blocking, because, you know, that girl. Anyway, call me. What?
And physically at the Grammys.
What?
Blocked you.
Oh, but that's okay. Listen, Hallie is that girl. We DM each other. I can reach her if I need to. I love you, Hallie. You know that. All right. Jen's husband, who y'all called a scammer.
Allegedly.
I'm not calling him a scammer because he's cute. But anyway, Jennifer Williams' husband has a tattoo of her on the back of his head. Now, I don't know if I would ever let my partner tattoo their face. Well, I would never tattoo my partner's face on my body. That's not happening. I did go on a date last week, and I did say to somebody, like, I was on a date, and I said, "You want to put your face right here?" That would never. That would
On
never
your arm?
Yes. First of all, you know that ain't never happening.
Would you put a name? Not the face, but would you
No. What I would do is well, first of all, let me just set this up. TV personality and Basketball Wives star Jennifer Williams and her husband, Christian Gold, have turned heads after he tattooed her face on his head. Let me show you a photo of that, or them together. This is them together. Okay. Well, in December 2023, Jennifer, who was previously married to former NBA player Eric Williams for 10 years, made headlines when she got engaged to Christian Gold, who is an
Allegedly.
an investor and entrepreneur. I'm just saying what the internet says. I don't know. Now, they shocked fans with The Rock. Let's take a look at the engagement ring.
God.
Okay.
Yes.
He got that ring. I don't care. Listen, I don't know what you did to get it. Maybe you worked your ass off, but you did that. You ate. Well, in September 2024, the couple tied the knot in Paris, taking their vows in marriage to the next level. Christian has now tattooed his wife in her face on the back of his head. Take a look at the photo real quick. That's a big ass tattoo. So she's on there. Okay. Now, let me tell you. You asked would I tattoo somebody's name on my body. Okay, we get it with the zoom in. So dramatic.
Bitch, you tried it.
Okay. Would I tattoo somebody's name on me? You know what? There was one person we were talking about and we were gonna do it, but I don't have enough tattoos for it to blend in anywhere. So it will stand out, and they think that's pretty gay. But I think if I married somebody, you know what I always said is I would tattoo their name around my ring finger if they tattooed my name around theirs. And then I'd have a real ring too, because I'm not just getting like a tattoo ring. But I think something symbolic like that. But would I put like Bruce right here? No.
Why Bruce?
Because that's just a stupid name for a stupid idea to put a tattoo on. Would you do it?
No, never.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely wouldn't.
If it was somebody like Chris Pratt.
No, I'm not going to tattoo someone's name on my body. Like, it's not, I don't know if it's going to last forever.
Okay, now that I'm a vice mayor, I can't do what I was going to do. I was going to put a derogatory tattoo in my mouth.
What is
What was I
it?
saying?
No, I'm not going to say that. Because, you know, when I was the wild boy, I was doing all types of wild stuff. But now, of course, I can't do anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know if would you do it? Would you tattoo Max on you?
I have no tattoos.
None?
No, I'm never going to get
Is it
tattoos.
against your religion?
No. That's for Jewish people. No, that is a real thing.
There are
Jewish
religions.
people
I know,
cannot
but
be
I'm
buried.
laughing about that for Marina.
Why?
Oh.
What? This one?
That's shady.
Bitch, you tried it.
Rob.
Marina's that girl. Like, she's not going to be scared to get a tattoo because of her religion. I'm just
But
saying.
would you get a man's name tattooed?
No, I wouldn't even get my dog's name. I wouldn't get my parents' name. I wouldn't give them my name. No. But I'm not a tattoo girl.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And you wouldn't either?
No, I'm not tattooing. a
I mean,
person's
listen,
name.
if I'm married to somebody in love and all, I mean, love make you do some crazy stuff. If somebody really wanted it and I was in love with them and we're together for a long time and I'm like, you ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere, maybe, but I just don't even see that in life. Like the more my friend called me today and he said, hey, okay, by the way, I get the craziest phone calls. I'm gonna share one with you right now. I'm literally parking my car at valet and the valet is about to take my car and he goes, and my phone rings and I answer the phone and he goes, I'm not even gonna say his name. You know who you are. And he goes, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Nah, man, just checking in. Are you celibate yet?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "Oh man, I haven't jacked off in like 90 days." And I'm like, "Can I call you back as soon as I get out of LA?" So I get out of LA and I call him back, and he's like, "Yo, I've been practicing semen retention. I'm going to Sex Anonymous classes. Like I haven't masturbated, I haven't had sex, and it's changed my whole life. It's made me feel pure again. It's made me feel like I want to be intimate but not sexual.
Wow.
It's like been a whole reset." And he's like, "You should try it." And then he's like, "Will you go with me to a Sex Anonymous class?" No. Can you imagine me walking in there as the vice mayor of Stockton? Like, my name is Jason. I have an addiction. Like, no. But I think about all that because, love will make you do some crazy things. Maybe the whole celibacy thing will get me to a point to where I go out and find a random person to tattoo on my body.
I can never see that happening.
If you tattoo their face here, will you look at it?
First of all, if I do any more, okay, I am going to redo this entire arm.
I like it.
Because I don't like the color. I'm going to redo it all. I'm going to do the whole arm. And then I was thinking of doing this arm or at least a half a sleeve. But then I got to think of like when you have your shirt, short sleeve. You know what I mean? Like my tattoos are okay. But like this was just a random walking down the street. Oh, you
that
do tattoos?
whole thing?
That whole thing.
No.
Walked in and said, "Oh, I just want a sleeve. Just do koi fishes or whatever." And he did 4 hours of it. So after 4 hours, I had to come back and do 8 more hours. And still I didn't even finish it. So now I'm going to just do the whole thing.
Do you have a plan of what you're gonna do?
Well, I want to tattoo my arm so that way it looks like I have muscles. Because like
wanna
when you have a full
permanent.
sleeve, it'd be looking like your muscles is defined. You know what I mean? Right now, you can see it's a little fatty here or there, whatever. No, I don't know. I don't know what
see you if you were ever to get.
I'm getting a Rihanna portrait for sure.
No, you're not.
1,000%. And I'm gonna get my
Cardi?
brother, my dead brother. I don't know about Cardi. I mean, I love Cardi, but Rihanna.
Because then they're gonna be like, Tiff gonna be want one.
Then Floyd gonna want. Then it's gonna be
You can
like.
do like a
Then
Mount
they're gonna be
Rushmore of
like.
all your
Then they're gonna be like. We knew him and Floyd had something going on.
No, what?
I would put like TDE or TBE. Wait, the best ever. TBE. I'd put TBE or I wouldn't put. Like,
I
Floyd
see it
Mayweather.
being like if you got your man's face, I see it being like you know how Krishan got blue face and then covered it with the rose. I just
You don't
see it
that
cover
on my
up.
neck.
No, but you would cover. I
This
think
is
you
the
would cover it
voice
up.
of America. You think I'm gonna cover it up with a guy?
Never. Well,
Never.
Rihanna.
By the way, I heard one of my exes has been watching my shows and keeping up with me and everything, but ain't called me. That's okay. Don't call. Because they're calling around. You know, that rebound game that rebound game is something for some of y'all. I'm not, listen, let me just close the loop on this. I pray that y'all work out because I know that you guys have had a rocky start. I think I'm hosting the Basketball Wives event on May 12th, right? I'll be with the Basketball Wives. They hired me to host.
Come on, Tex. Yeah.
Come on, VH1.
Okay, maybe Dr. Brown will be there.
Do we have the bling, bling, bling?
Yeah. Bling, bling, bling.
No, we don't.
Bitches is mad.
You took it off?
It's not on here.
What is that?
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll be there hosting with the Basketball Wives, so I'll be able to get to see them in that ring in person. Okay, I'm done with that. Rob, we're gonna be single forever.
Please don't say that.
Listen, we need to. After I'm done with my government roles, whatever role I'm. Freudian slip. After I'm done being the governor of California, we should just get a house where we can all move in and just be like the Golden Girls. We'll get a chef. We'll have a trainer in the gym, and all we got to do is get up and just be fabulous and gay. You know what I mean?
You know, there's a new show out about that.
You have horrible ideas.
Oh my God.
All right. Anyway, speaking
Jesus
of horrible
Christ.
ideas, Chloe is speaking out about Lamar again. This relationship has literally been over for 20 years, and we're still talking about it. And I think that's because we have nothing else to talk about. We are tired of keeping up with the Kardashians. I think we're nearing the end of their run. Right, with social media, there's a lot more popping people. I don't think the Kardashians are successful and all right. Kim is skimming. Chloe she's good American or good religion.
Good American.
Good American. Courtney don't really have much going on with her brand, but she has a husband.
She has the Lemmy.
You don't remember it, so it's not that
It's the
important.
gummies. She has a successful business.
Nobody cares. Kylie is dating Timothy Chalamet, and she's rich, and she has her whole lip line. By the way, have you noticed that Chloe lost the billboard in West Hollywood?
Yeah, it's gone.
She had that billboard for
Forever.
years. That's when you know the money running out.
Yeah.
We know.
Fear God took it over.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
The fear I have in God is that he is no longer keeping up with the Kardashians. She lost that key billboard. That billboard was hers for years.
For the jeans? For Good American?
No, for
The Kardashians owned it. Kylie Cosmetics. She owned it. Right when you come down La Cienega to make a right on Santa Monica, that billboard right there has been the Kardashians billboard for years. Yeah. It no longer belongs to them. It's now owned by black people.
The dynasty is over.
Well, what's not over is that these two are still talking about it. Now, do you believe in finding the right person like me and Rob know we're not going to find at the wrong time, though? So you find the right person, but at the wrong time. Well, in Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom's case, Khloe is saying that's exactly what happened between them, that they found each other in a hopeless place at the wrong time. Well, during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that none of you are watching on Hulu, Khloe came face to face with her former NBA star ex-husband, and the emotional reunion marked the first time they had reconnected since their 2016 divorce. Look, this is them during happier times. Damn, her nose don't look this. I like Khloe. She looked like it. She looked like that secretary from the dental office in Glendale.
But her hair is laid.
Wait, go back.
Which one?
Wait, on the right, go back. On the right, isn't she giving like a young Lisa Marie Presley?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lisa's dead, right? Lisa Marie died. Yeah, she
I
died.
think so, yeah.
Well, during the awkward, emotional, and healing reunion, Khloe and her best friend Malika Hack joined to ease things. Now, the three of them reminisced on the good times and, of course, the dark times. Wait, why do we have to call it good times and dark times? See, I have a problem with this teleprompter right now. You know what I mean? Like good and dark. Dark is not bad. So good and bad times. Like when Lamar's substance abuse addiction nearly killed him. Now, the two recall Lamar's 2015 near fatal overdose. That was 10 years ago. And Khloe reminds her ex that it was her family, including her sister Kim, and mother Chris, who was there for him, not his family. Now, she even alleged that Lamar's father, Joe Odom, who since his past, wanted to pull the plug on him so that he could collect his life insurance benefits. Now, fans everywhere emotionally reacted to this episode. One TikToker user shared their experience and said that Khloe and Lamar are proof of the right person at the wrong time. Take a look at the fan on both of them. She's clearly overly invested. What? Listen, Khloe saw the TikToker's video and replied in the comments, and this is what she said. I love you. You taught me how to be strong and set my guards high throughout my life. And Khloe said, right person, wrong time for sure. So much of the what ifs play. This meeting was hard for us both, maybe in different ways. Thank you for watching. First, I'll ask, do we care about these people?
No, they can take photos in their Tesla trucks and bash Karen Bass and do all the things they want to do on the wrong side of history. But
do we care?
I want Khloe. I like Khloe. I want her to find love, but I can't say I'm not that invested for my nose to be red. Like
we care. No. Okay, but let's ask the question: is there such thing as finding the right love at the wrong time?
Yes.
I don't think so. Then that was never your person.
Have you ever found the right love at the wrong time?
Yeah.
Who? Because I know all the people you dated. They were wrong then. They were wrong now.
Not true. No, I've met people and the circumstances were just not right for us to be together.
We're gonna bleep these names, Johnny.
That was the wrong person, wrong time.
What's the look?
Wrong person, wrong time.
Those are all the ones I know.
No, you know.
That live with you?
Yeah.
Y'all
not. No, the one who
the white one.
He's not white.
From Houston.
He's not white.
What is he then?
Okay, anyway, he's gone. He's in Texas.
Yes.
Right person, wrong time. I think about all my relationships. My first one was right person, right time. My second one was wrong person at any time. My third person was a person at that time. And the last person that I liked was probably the right person at the wrong time. That person I really, really cared about, but it just was the wrong time. But once we've already had that time, can you come back and have a time again? Because I don't believe in rebounding. No?
No.
I believe you spin the block.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, what if you grow, you learn, then you see that there's nothing over there, then you get back together.
Then it made you better for somebody else.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't believe in wrong person at the right person, wrong time. I believe like I wasn't the right person at that time for that relationship.
Right. So you were the
right
wrong person at that time.
But I feel like if you do find your person, you'll change for them. You'll be better for them or whatever.
Can
and
you
if it's
change for a person though?
Uh-huh.
Can you? I don't think there's anybody. There's
yourself.
Nobody out there, even the one. Well, maybe,
I think for the right person.
Maybe Bad Bunny. For Bad Bunny, I would change. I would change.
You would tattoo his name?
His face.
1000%. Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah, not like right here.
Well, if it's right there, it's a straight view when
I'll
you're
put Bad
enjoying
Bunny right
yourself.
here. I'll put Bad
Oh
Bunny.
But
my
it's better
God.
right here.
No, I'll put it
I'm
on.
tattooing the whole
I'll
Calvin
put Bad
Klein
Bunny in
ad.
my mouth.
You know.
The tattoo.
But you can have it there and there.
No. But no, I don't. Right person, wrong time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Do you think you could find the right person at the wrong time? I just want to find the right person now. Like, if you're there, well, you're not going to email me because clearly that didn't work.
That email's dry, honey.
But I think like you could meet someone and like circumstances in your life could cause you to have to move away, and then
I can't. I'm the vice mayor.
But I'm not saying you. I'm saying not you in this moment right now. I'm saying like, for example, if you met someone before you moved to New York to do the show, whatever. Like it would have been a bad timing, but you could have met a person who like you were equally
No, but
yoked
I can
with.
afford to move them with me. That's not the thing. My thing is, I really do think, because I met somebody recently who was just like, I'm really intimidated by you. Like my
you are intimidated of somebody else?
They're intimidated of me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My therapist was telling me that he thought people were intimidated. Oh, I think people are just intimidated to speak to you. And I thought, like, such a cop-out, because I feel like I'm approachable. I feel like I'm a regular person too, like for the most part. But this person told me, yeah, I'm intimidated by you. I thought that was kind of weird.
You are intimidating.
No.
You didn't think it was hot?
It was sexy. But I was like, I'd rather you be intimidated by me in the bedroom, but not like at lunch. At lunch?
At lunch?
No, just like they were like very
to talk?
like
because you're successful.
But I see how like a lot of these Me Too cases or cases where people are put in weird situations, in your mind you think you're just regular to them, but in their mind they've created this whole experience with you and you're that makes it weird. Like because I find like myself having to explain to people like, I don't want to talk about the industry. I want to talk about love. I want to talk about I don't know. Right person, wrong time. There's nobody that I ever met at any time that I think would be the right time now. If we didn't have the time then, I don't want it now.
That's how I feel.
I did see somebody today walking down Melrose. I did hit the block a couple times, but I got scared to say something.
You spun around?
I did.
That's romantic. You should have shot your shot.
But the bag wasn't designed.
But there are also other circumstances, and these are just general circumstances, not applying specifically to you. But like, you could meet a person who's already in a relationship, and you guys hit it off. That's wrong timing. You know what I mean? So eventually, you might run into that person again, and that could be the one. But you just had wrong. It's wrong. It's bad timing because the circumstances just don't allow for those two people to be together at that moment. So
but
I feel
like if it's supposed to be, then God will make the timing right.
Yeah, don't bring God into it. God is busy. God is in DC right now.
He's busy matching love.
God is in DC dealing with Trump.
You know what?
All right. Well, Chloe, I don't ever see Chloe with a man.
You don't.
I don't. No. For some reason, she's not been able to make a man work. Her, him, Tristan. I mean, I'm not saying there's something wrong with her, but some women are black widows. I'm not saying that she's a black widow. I'm just saying when you think about it, like, I want her to find somebody, though, because Chloe is a dope chick.
That's why. It's cool. She's like a hopeless romantic. It's cool to see she hasn't lost faith in love.
I don't hate them. They just annoy me with some of their choices recently. But
no,
yeah,
but the way they attack
Karen
Karen Bass but aren't attacking Trump.
Correct.
We know what it is.
Correct.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, Amara, she wants a married man's sperm.
What?
Amara, you know I love you, but we'll have to fight this out. Would you give your ex or a friend your sperm or eggs if you were in a relationship? And that's exactly what Amara La Negra is asking her married baby daddy, Alan Mususus, to do. Now, Latin singer and love and hip hop star of Miami, Amara La Negra has been vocal about her contentious co-parenting relationship with her ex, and she accused him of neglecting their twin daughters before leaving her and being a deadbeat, sleeping with her enemies, and more. Now, here's Amara and her royalty twins. Take a look. Beautiful, beautiful baby girls. Aw, Amara, you look so good too. So cute. Well, now Alan said some wild comments too, attacking her look, skin color, and more. Now, despite their issues, they've apologized to each other and are moving on. But she's making another thing clear to him, that she wants more kids and she wants all her children to have the same father. But there's just one problem. Alan is still a married man with children. Now, when Amara and Alan met, she was living with Alan's best friend and her boyfriend, MJ Johnson, Shay Johnson's brother. Amara not only allegedly
Allegedly.
cheated on MJ with his best friend Alan, but Alan was a married man with kids. Now, regardless of the fact, Amara and Alan got pregnant with twin girls, and now she's asking Alan to donate sperm for some more kids. Take a listen.
I have considered and I have thought about having more children. I mean, the truth of the matter, Alan, is, look, in my perfect world, I would be in an actual relationship with my husband, but if it doesn't happen in that way, I don't want anything to stop me from still completing my dreams of having a big family. And if I have to freeze my eggs and later on defreeze them back in my then that's what I'm going to do. But the truth of the matter is that I don't want to deal with several different baby daddies and deal with different families. And I wanted to ask you if maybe, you would be willing to put it in a cup.
You gotta be kidding. Oh, Amara. I'm not putting it in a cup.
So you're saying that you're not willing to donate me your sperm?
I believe in God and the natural process of life. I have the idea to have more kids, but if I ever gonna do it, it have to come natural. Like the twins, they're smart, they're beautiful, because I didn't put it in a cup, because I put it inside.
Well, unfortunately, I don't want to do it again like that, because I don't want to do it naturally with a married man. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I want my kids to have the same father. I know that Alan is married, and that's fine, as long as we don't do it naturally and he just puts it in a cup.
I have to have a conversation.
Are you talking about having a conversation with your wife?
Yeah. I have to take care of business. I would never close the door on having more children with Amara.
And you think your wife would be okay with that?
Me and my wife, we could. But when she finds about this, it's gonna go crazy. If it's gonna happen, I just gotta do the right thing, just like you're trying to do it. I need to have that conversation.
The whole conversation is diabolical, but welcome to another episode of Love and Hip Hop. That's what they do. Amara, you're completely out of line. I understand what you're trying to do. It's like Cardi had all her kids with Offset, but they were married. They did it the natural way, at least from what we know of. And she stayed in the relationship to have all her kids with one man. If that's what you wanted to do, you probably should have stayed with him. But it sounds like he was already with somebody else and you were with somebody else. So the whole thing was a broken family from the beginning, pertaining to what Dr. Bryant would say. Yeah, I think it's out of line to ask your baby's dad who left you or who you left, who's no longer in your life, who has a whole life with family and children, to be your baby dad with new sperm, and to do it in any way, whether it's in a cup, whether it's in a turkey baster, whether it's sticking it in, like you said. That was kind of hot, by the way. But either way, no, it's wrong. Was that wrong?
Very. That is so weird. Okay. People are going to do what they're going to do, and I get also where she's coming from, the same dad. But for me, it's like, maybe if he wasn't married, but that's a sacred thing already. So it's like, why are you going to now step into the marriage?
Well, it's not so sacred to me because the conversation for him was, I'm down. I just want to put it inside you. What?
It was weird.
Is his wife going to watch this?
Whether
because
it's
if
in a
I'm
cup,
her, I'm like, you sat there and contemplated this.
His wife is going to watch that episode and say, right person, wrong time.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Whether it's in a cup or in the kuka, that is weird. That is weird.
This has to be staged because him saying
that has to be weird.
It got to be God's way. It can't be in a cup. There's so many people who can't do it naturally like that. So they have to do it other ways, and it's still of God. This is just a weird conversation all around. I'm annoyed.
If somebody, first of all, if I was the wife, I would have a problem because you're disrespecting me in front of the world. But when people do Love and Hip Hop, they don't care that they're embarrassing them. Your wife is going to go to her little job. She's probably a little telemarketer, or she's a phone operator, or she works in the dental office, and she's going to go to work and she's going to be talking about somebody's mouth, and they're going to be talking about the mouth that she was trying to put your penis in to be able to get some sperm for her to be able to have another baby. This is highly inappropriate. And again, Mona, shame on you. We're not even going to spend more time on this. There's no circumstances this was okay. Just get out of here. Bye. That's all, y'all. I ain't got no more. This is the right show at the wrong time.
Oh my God, here we go.
Right?
No, this is the right time. It's always the right time. There's no such thing as the wrong time.
Bye.
The Jason Lee Podcast.